How is it going, all of my beautiful people around the world? Today I'm talking about Grape. Today I'm talking about Mineta. As you guys know, I made my tier list video of decks that I want to play, and you guys know that Mineta is going to be the first deck I'm playing and the deck I'm going to be focusing on and really start playing competitive with. Mineta 2. I feel like he is going to be pretty damn good, and I'm really excited to start playing him. I've had a deck doctor done by Tam, and shouts out to him. Make sure you guys check out his channel if you already have not. And yeah, like I have since made a lot of changes to that deck, and even more so now with the reveal of Grape. And so I want to talk about my thoughts on Grape real quick. So I think it's a fantastic card and a card that Mineta desperately needed. So I'm really happy. So in this set, Mineta was only getting 2 cards of support, right? So we got the new Mineta, but then we only got 1 attack and 1 foundation. And we knew this because we looked at the card numbers, right? We seen that when Mineta was released, he was 94, and then his foundation was 96 because they both got teased at the same time. So that meant that there was only 1 card in between. And we knew that he was going to get a new attack, and so it had to be another it had to be only 1 attack. And then also we knew Monoma got leaked, and he was 97. So because he was 97 and surviving the final was 96, we knew he was only getting 1 foundation and 1 attack, and we finally got the attack. So Grape, 5 diff, 3 check, control check. The block modifier is a 1 mid, which is nice, so you could use it to block any zone for 1. Not bad, not bad. Although if you're in a situation where you want to block with this kind of feels bad, man, because you really want to use this on the offensive end. But anyways, so it's a 4-speed mid for 6 damage. Pretty respectable, right? It's not a range attack, which kind of sucks, but makes sense because Grape really isn't a range attack anyway in the show, so it doesn't even matter. But it does have stun 1 on it, which is nice, which I'll get to a little bit after. But it has 2 enhance effects. So the first enhance is that if your rival has at least 1 card in their card pool, draw 1 card. Super easy when playing Mineta because you play your attack, and your first enhance that you can use is his once per turn. Your rival adds 1 foundation from their stage to their card pool. Boom, they have a card in your card pool. This effect is now live. Now on your next enhance, your opponent goes into your enhance again. You get to draw a card, which is good because Mineta's whole thing is his hand size is 5, and he's just, that's what he's gimped by, right? I think he's very strong defensively. I think he has good offensive tools, but he's gimped by only being a 5 hand sizer, which is good because it's card balance, right? But being able to draw that extra card can allow you to continue to play even more defensively, or maybe draw into that next attack to try to push your advantage that way, right? So I really like that effect. But then his second enhance is pretty damn good, and it's a Mineta exclusive, so Mineta 1 or Mineta 2. This attack gets +2 damage and gains throw. So essentially it would be a 4-speed mid for 8. Not bad, guaranteed 4 damage, right? Tam always says, you know, if you play enough throws, your opponent will die eventually, right? Like, you just have throws. Your opponent's gonna have to block. If they don't block, they're gonna take damage. You're gonna do damage. And Mineta kind of wants to play that grind game because he is so defensive, and he does have symbols where you can play defensive. If you're playing on water especially, or evil, there's a lot of things that you could do to disrupt your opponent, to mitigate damage, to take no damage. So you want to play that grind game and then have those throws where you can slowly whittle down your opponent, right? And so Grape fits perfectly into that idea for me. But this effect is only playable if its speed is below printed, which is no problem for Mineta and the tools that he has in set 2. So at Mineta, obviously you want to use his discard 1 momentum to reduce his attack speed to 0 on the defensive end, right? Because your opponent attacks you, they can pump up to whatever, you don't want to take any damage, you reduce it to 0, you can block it with anything, you could breaker them, get some free stuff that way, draw 1 card, easy peasy, right? Like, that makes sense. You don't really want to use it on the offensive end and reduce your Grape to 0. But there's other tools in order to reduce Grape speed so that this becomes live. So you'll always have access to this. And one of those things are surviving the final, which is the foundation. Once per turn, this attack gets -1 speed. So not only are you able to use this on the defensive end for your opponent, because you don't have to commit this. This is just a once per turn effect. So you can keep this ready. You can use it for your Grape on your turn, and then on your opponent's turn, you can also -1 speed for them. Now, we all know 1 speed can really change the course of a match, right? Like, 1 speed is 1 speed. Say you have 2 survive in the finals, that's 2 speed. Like, it adds up, right? So you can have your survive in the final that you could use on offense and defense. And now that Grape is less than its printed speed, it's going to be a 3-speed mid for 8 damage and a throw, which isn't bad. There's other cards that you could utilize this with as well. Let me see if I can find our boy Todoroki. I believe he's on page 1. Oh no, he must be on page 3 then. Wait, where's Todoroki at? Unless I just completely missed him. That's Bakugo, that's me. Wait, what? Hold on. Let's refresh this. Go here. I don't know, I must be blind or something. Foundations for Crimson Rampage. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So for one, there's defrosting if you're playing on water, right? You have access to defrosting where you can -1 speed and then get +2 damage, which I think is pretty damn good because now all of a sudden you have a 10 damage throw, which is going to do guaranteed 5 damage. So I think defrosting is really good. You have access to ice gliding as well. This attack gets +1 or -2 speed. If it's blocked, your next attack gets +1 or -1 speed. You get to choose. So that's always good. So you can go ahead and -2 speed, and then that way you can get the +2, and then your next attack can get +1 speed. So I think it is really cool that you have access to all of these tools. You're not just relying on that one card. You essentially have 3 foundations that you can play that are all good in multiple situations, both offensively and defensively for all 3 of those foundations, and then that card can be live. And so because of that, I think Grape Rush is a great card, and I'm very, very happy he has this. I really hope that this is an XR, because I want 4 copies of this in XR, but if not, at least it's a rare, at least it's still foil, at least it'll still look pretty. I'm super excited for Grape Rush. I'm super excited for Mineta. I can't wait to start playing. Can't wait to share with you guys my deck build. And then one other thing real quick, I know I was talking about the stun. Grasping Tape Toss is a throw attack that I was playing in replacement, but I was thinking I might just still play the Grasping Tape Toss along with Grape Rush, because my whole game plan with Mineta is I want to basically just continue to have guaranteed attack so I can get guaranteed momentum, so that way I can keep having fodder for my ability to reduce the speed of my opponent. So let's just pull up Mineta here. Yeah, so I want to continue to always have fodder for my second enhance, so that's why I'm thinking that I still want to play that throw because it's guaranteed damage. Guaranteed damage means momentum. Momentum means I can reduce my opponent's speed to 0 and draw a card. So I'm thinking I might want to change that up, but then I'm like, oh, I still want to like play things like Ice Storm because the Breaker 2 and all that. I'll get more into detail and more into all those things when I talk more about Mineta when I do my deck profile on him. I think there's a lot of ways that you can build him, like I said, whether it's evil or water, but overall I think he's gonna be really fun. I think he's gonna be really cool. In terms of tier list, in terms of like how powerful, I have no clue. I'm the wrong person to ask for that, but in terms of fun, I've been playing with some of my builds right now and I've been having a ton of fun. I have to implement Grape Rush into my build now and see how that works, but I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited for set 2. I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. What are your guys' thoughts on Mineta? What are your thoughts on Grape Rush, and who are you guys excited for in set 2? Let me know and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.